Hi, this is a private video for you, but you can share this link with your families and friends through WhatsApp. Your active hand is right hand, your age is 24. Let's get started. When I look at the palm, first thing I see this third part of the palm very strong. Venus mount and moon mount. That shows that you like your comfort, you like to eat, you like to enjoy the life. But if you see other mounts is also nice developed, that means when the time comes to work, you can do very well also because the mounts in our hands are potentials. If you see very flat mounts, that means this kind of people, they cannot work. They don't like to work. But in your case, you see all the mounts are developed nicely. There is no flat mount here. They are all good. And third part strong means, like I said, you like your comfort, you like to eat, and you like to enjoy the life. Also, this one gives you sense of humor, theatrical talents, especially if you have a sun lines in your palm and your sun finger is longer than index finger. You said this finger is longer, and we have very nice sun lines here in your palm. You can see comes from outside of the hand, one line here like that, and one comes from inside of heart line like this, and another one comes in this picture, looks better, comes like this and goes up. So many sun lines like that, that shows that you can have some artistic, some arts, some talents like a music or making musics or something similar. For sure you can do something about art and then similar things with that. It can show that too, especially when we see the bull eyes print on your fingertips. In this picture I saw them. Here you can see turning like that, especially on sun finger. If you see that, that means you can have good sense of humor. So when you talk, you can make people laugh. Also, you have another meaning of bull eye. You have high concentration and then always be goal oriented. You always have goal and you run after your goal. You focus on that. Also, with high Venus mount, you are very warm hearted, very sympathetic person, especially with these lines here. That makes this one's extra. And the lifeline goes very much out, you see, and very strong line. That's extroverted and a warm-hearted person. Also, high Venus mount, it shows strong willpower, work energy, also high libido. You know, this kind of things very good. And then you can have a kids. You should not have any health problems with that, with your hormones or etc. When we come back the sun line again, I want to explain fully the sun lines here. You have also in the left hand, we see it comes from out of the hand, the strong one. And also in the right hand, we see the strong one comes from out of the hand, like this. This is very good sun line, like this. This comes from the Mars mount here, and it makes you very dignified. Always have a good panic management. You know, you can control your panic and then you can help other people with your calm steps. You always get magic touch in your life from your network, people you met. Not from family, like new people you met. You always get help and then you get lucky with the people, especially when you have on your heartline Vishnu fork like that. That means big network and then you have a lot of friends and they love you. You know, you have good connections and you always get lucky with them when the line comes out of the hand like that. If it comes from Venus, it's related to family and very close relatives. But if you come out of the hands like that, that shows new people out of community. You know, always try to meet new people, make big network, and then your business can grow as well with that because this fork happens on the Jupiter mount. That means you can make bigger. You can increase with your money or your network. That's very easy for you. And then this is another line here, very strong, good heart line. And then with the Vishnu fork here, you like to help people. You can work in social places and then you like to share and you like to help people and you have good spirituality related to that. And then you can easily explain your feelings and you have good empathy with people. Very good heart line. And I see many triangles on the heart line. This shows that you always have happy stages in your life, you know, almost like every part you can see. Of course, there is some stress lines comes from inner Mars. I will explain you that ones too. But you can see many triangles. This does like marriage, having a kid, or being very happy in your life. And it's always continuous. It's very good and line doesn't break. You have a good heart, very healthy heart, and then your blood circulate very nice in your body, so your mentally become more healthy, and then it helps you too, and you being more happy. But sometimes this stress lines blending to your heart line, the inner Mars lines comes like this and blend in your heart line. That's emotional stresses in your life sometimes can happen. These ages can too, like 30, 35 and 40, but this is not exactly these times. Can be also any time in life for you. Maybe easy to get emotional stresses, especially in relationships, and then sometimes breakups, and then emotional difficulties in life. It's can be. They are not a lot, only few. Sometimes I see many of them, and people still survive, and they have many relationships, starts and breakups, this kind of things. But they are not too bad because the strongest part of the heart line, which is goes upper, not a big problem. But we have to explain all these lines, yeah. So that's why I am telling those. Health problems can be related that to be sometimes anxious, so that can affect the health. So always be careful. You like to share with people a lot of things. You have good empathy, but sometimes can be affect you negatively. So be careful always. And when I see your fingers, they're pretty long. Your mental power is very good. That shows that. Also, your headline is very long. You see, it goes month of moon. Also, your sun line comes almost like a month of moon. Some of them maybe comes from Mars, but this is between Mars and Moon. So that shows you have very creative skills, innovative and creative skills you have, and then you can imagine very well, and then you can do this, and then you can dream very well. You have good dreams, and then you want to reach your goals and your dreams. That shows that. But sometimes you can be far from practical world, more imaginative world, but that could be create some mistakes, which is your eyes doesn't see reality, sometimes being far from reality. There are good and bad things with that, you know. If you manage this very well, you get help from people, you have good assistant, which is they're more practical thinking, or you have a wife, let's say, or girlfriend, or friends, family members, if they have headlines go straight, more practical, more realistic, this kind of people always can give you good value. They can share your dreams, and you can get from them the practical things, more practical, more realistic things you can get from them. So you can have a good balance like that in your life if you choose people like that, because your hand also a little bit long style, long finger, that shows that. And another thing, we see gaps here between fingers, you see, and not very develop the third phalanges here. That shows that money comes and goes sometimes. It can be hard to save money for you sometimes. So you always get professional help for money management in your business. That can be helpful for you. But you have good memory. You see the second phalange very long. Third phalange also good. There is a good balance between phalanges. Especially third phalange long, that means good business minded. That shows that. But if they're more developed here, that means you can have also good savings. With the savings, you can have a little bit issue. We will check different points for that. But in the fingers, I see that. And also I see, you see the phalanges little bit snack, like a bigger, doesn't go smooth. You see, like they're a little bit bigger here. Some people, they have very flat. Some people has more extra bones here. You are a very skeptical person, and then you don't trust easy, but people trust you very easy, because we can see in the first phalanges double lines. This is rarely, we don't see that much. People, they have only one line here, you have double. That means you can keep secrets very well, and then people can trust you. And any related business to that, keeping information, that can very helpful. Like this is your potential. Very good to have this. This is also extra luck for money, and then so on. This is very good to have. Another thing with the fingers here like that, to have philosophical thoughts. And one more supporting line here, Ring of Solomon lines here we can see. Those are make you these thoughts more, even more. And then your sixth sense are very strong, and you can feel things before happen, you know. And then your communication with people, like when you see people, you can feel it, they are good or bad, right away you can feel it. And then this is showing another thing, you can learn fast, and then whatever you learn, and you can teach that to other people. You are always in the deep thinking, and then searching the real meaning of everything in life. Another line here dropping between Saturn and Sun finger. This shows that you like to find the meaning of life, and then interested being in history, you know. understand the human brain, and then an interest in the psychology, and you like to talk this kind of topics with people, deep meanings, this kind of things. And then this is another thing, always in your business life, you want to get first before everybody else, and then being in right time in right place, do before everybody else in your business. And this is good to have, and you can grow the family business further with that, because this things you have, you want to do different than other people, and then you want to be first, and this is very good to have. Another thing, when we check the thumb, very strong thumb, and we see some lines in the first phalanges, that shows that you have some stress in your mind. You have to deal with that, either with going sports or meditation or some access bar seance or some subconscious cleanup methods. There is methods for that. You can Google this, what you can do to less stress in your life. Use some stones for that. I can recommend you a kid stone for the stress. It can help you, because when the time passes, these lines get deeper, and they will not be easy to get rid of when they get deeper. So problems gonna be more deep, more stress gonna be stay in your head, and then you should deal with the stresses in your mind. That could be better for you. And don't worry too much, many people has these lines here. I have too, so I am dealing with them too. Another thing here, your Yav symbol, not very big, not very small, and very nice, clear, close, not break up. And then the size, when we look at this, between 25 to 35, gonna be big opportunities for you, for marriage, for business life. You should use very well. If it's smaller, this yaw means in early ages you will get some luck, and then you should use that opportunities. But for you, 25 to 35, for marriage, for business, it's perfect times now coming ahead for you. And then this, if it's clear like that, good health, lucky marriage life, and then good business life. And for money also, this Yav symbol very good here to have. And then many lines comes like that. You see, this is traveling lines. You like traveling and holidays. I said before, like you like to enjoy the life, and any business related to far away abroad, you can be interested, because I see one line comes like that from Lifeline. This sometimes shows that abroad settlement, but I don't think you're gonna leave your country because you have a family business, you want to run this. This is age around like 35, something like that. That can be your business, can be connect with other countries, make partnership, this kind of opportunities. Many traveling involves in your life. If there is a traveling involved to your business, you have to travel a lot, or you open another branch in other place, other city. You should think about that, because opportunities will come for that, and then you would like to do business like that. And this time's not very far. Like actually you are 24, it's gonna be like around 33, 35. Even the early ages you can start it, because energy goes to the month of moon already from beginning to end here. So this goes to the moon. You like to be connect with far away or different nationalities. That gives you extra luck for business as well, and being extroverted, and then take more risks in your life, because your thumb finger also longer than index finger. You like to take a risk, but the good thing, your lifeline and headline connects together. If they were part separate, you can lose the control easy, but you control yourself, your words and then your actions. You take risk, but with the controls. So that's good to have like that. A good combination, I mean. Another thing on the lifeline, the quality of lifeline is very good. This shows that your good immunity system, and then your life quality always good. You see, until the old ages, and for longevity and for long life and life energy, life quality is extra good. And your fate line also goes around like that, little bit, looks like a double lifeline. This is extra good, and this actually is fate line. So you are a good fated person if you have a fate line. Many people, they don't. And one line goes straight until the end, you see. And late ages, your health not gonna be problem for your work life, because your headline is good and all the way, and your heart line good, lifeline good, and fate line straight also. So of course, don't take many risks. Always protect yourself. But if you take care of yourself, be far off from smoking especially, or drinking, because this is some addictive lines too here. If you take care of yourself, you can have a good life, good long life. Of course we never know, but when we check the lines, everything looks good here. And these ages right now, like 23, 24, looks like some island, but other picture, this looks like some line goes upwards like this. I think goes like that. So I don't think this is the island. If it's an island, has to be a little bit, this line has to be more dim here. I don't see any dim lines, and lines goes stronger and stronger after that. In this stage, maybe 1 year can have something startup or some relationship can be, or I don't know, get some title in the business, more responsibility, or this is effort line, like whatever you did before, and then this is like harvesting time for you gonna be, and then more money you can make. These times comes, and the times are not far for you. Some changes, more responsibility. This another mean is relationship line, can be serious relationship, can start in 2 years. Also another marriage line here, not very close to the family line. This marriage looks like 30-35ish, because Yav symbol looks big, and this line far from family ring. Also your marriage line center, if it's closer to heart line, that shows early ages. If it's in center, the strong line, and there is another one here, strong line in the center, that shows that this is middle age marriage, usually like 30-35. Also in this marriage, you really care about inner world, like the person has to be support your goal, and then if you want to change the city or you want to open new business, the person always has to support you. The future wife could be also your business partner. You should really understand each other, and then social world and business world, she should understand you, and then she should help you, and then continue walk with you on these goals. So you should have common goal with your partner, and then if you really perfectly understand each other, this kind of person gonna be good for you. Has to be good adaptation to each other, that shows that. And outlook, the second, you don't care much about out, you care about inner world more than out looking. So this shows that also if you line in the center. So this is our Mercury mount, and there is a mole here, a little bit red color, I can see the mole. And then Mercury mount is well developed, and then that gives you good business skills, and then also communication skills. And also if you have Ring of Solomon, that's work together with good Mercury lines. When we see the Mercury lines here, they are okay, but it could be better, because when I check the left hand, in left hand not very good. But how we can fix that? When we check the left hand, you already did better with the communication. In right hand is better, is more than your potential. You're doing very good actually. When we check the line, goes like that. So we have a one line, but to make it better, you can use stone like aquamarine. You can Google that, bracelets aquamarine, or raw mineral you can use in your office somewhere. Aquamarine can help you with the communication. Of course, you have to believe, the mentally believing this, it really helps as well, other than together with the energy of the stone. So aquamarine, you can have it. So another line here comes to the Mercury line from family ring like this. This is sometimes can be stress line, or sometimes some heritage from family can come and touching here to Mercury line, and sun line also raising from here. Like they are connecting together, and this line comes here. Something starting for you, like seriously, you take over maybe like when you are like 30 years old, 32, 30, you will have more responsibilities about business. And this is the time to shine for you. Maybe in 4 or 5 years, you will have more responsibility, looks like. And with the family line here. And this is good heritage lines here. Fish symbol, you see, heritage. And another thing here, like to have kids, maybe these islands here, maybe 2 kids you might have. Actually, we check here also. If you see lines here, I don't see any pictures. From outside, the middle phalanges on the Mercury finger, lines come from outside like that. Not from here, but outside. 1 or 2 lines shows that. Left hand, we can see, like, I see one line here and another one. They are like can be your kids and your grandkids. This is what shows that here. 1 or 2 kids maybe you will have. And we see the islands here, and family ring strong, very good. And your marriage line here also very good. With the relationships and marriage, I think you will not have a bad luck. Everything looks good here. And especially you have a sun line. This gives you, it makes you charismatic person. And then when you go, you get all the attentions. People notice you easily. You know, that shows that to shine, you know, always be noticed, and then people gonna connect with you easily. Now when we come to Mercury finger again, we have a black mole. Also the Mercury finger towards the sun finger a little bit, you see, like a little bit turning curve, you see on the left hand too. Fear of confronting some past mistakes. So some trauma can be, or some mistakes, you know, this kind of things. You have to deal with that, with the subconscious always. You have to fix that problems if you have it. Having a special and mysterious appearance from outside, like, you know, the being charismatic and being noticed always. People notice you because of the sun lines as well. And also fingers like that towards the sun finger, you are smart, and then you know how to use diplomatic language. And when we see the line reaching the first phalanges here, not short, not very long, it's just perfect. You are not shy, and then you don't give up easily. You hold something, you don't give up unless you get bored. But you're not shy, and then you say whatever you think. You are not shy person, basically. You can be dominant character too sometimes. But when you see the sun finger longer than index finger, you are also very kind person, and you control what you are say. Always trying to be kind, like a diplomatic language as well, you say, and then controlling the words, like a head and then heart line comes together in the beginning. So when we come to the mole here, this is negative to have here. Hopefully it can disappear in the future, but this is not a big mole. It can be some problems, maybe not, but I want to tell you what can be, because you want to hear everything. Sometimes can be personal mistakes with your talks. To fix that, I recommend you aquamarine stone. Definitely you should get an aquamarine to make your mercury lines more stronger, and then dealing with this kind of with your talks and then some mistakes. I said you control everything, you're nice with the talks, but sometimes can happen. People can understand you wrong. So you should not get in that position. Sometimes can be wrong financial decisions. Always get professional support and ask professionals about business and the money, how to save, you know, this kind of things. You are a good business minded person, but to control the money, make the money bigger, or protect the money, you need always professional helps for that, because it's different than business. Also, it can be health related problems like a neck, your spine, your lower back. You always have to protect when you carry heavy or physical movements. You have to be careful and protect and make yourself more stronger. Maybe asthma problems with breathings. If you have these problems with your family members, it could be with you too, because I see first Brussels line, a little bit islands here, and then bending inside. So you should never smoke. For example, if you want to live a long life, don't smoke. Also can be some food allergic or dust, you know, some similar, or some animal allergy can be. So you should be careful with that too. So another advice, if you have a mole in the black mole or red mole on the finger or month of Mercury, you should be always organized in your life. Stay away from being indecisive. So always you should know what you're gonna do in future. Always have a net vision. Don't put yourself you don't know what to do, you know. Always you should know what to do in your life, in the business. So that could help to deal with the problems easier. That can be very helpful to deal with the problems if you know what to do, what you want to do in future or right now. So those are the things with the mole. Actually here on Saturn mount we see vertical lines, like 3 lines here. Some of them comes with the fade line, some of them comes here from here. So when we see on Saturn mount the vertical lines like that, minimum 3 lines, that shows that you have been disciplined and responsible person. Organization and planning abilities you have. Providing always fast solution. Being determined, hardworking, and knowledgeable contributors positively to your career life. And also acquisition of property. And then another thing here with saving money, combination of fate line, Mercury line, and then headline. If you see perfect triangle here, there is no gap. That's good with the saving money, but there are some parts with the expenses, you know, you should control that and manage that. When I look at it here with the fade and then Mercury and a headline combination, looks good. Like you can save money and money luck you have. In this picture, I think we can see better like that. I think no gaps, looks like. I don't see gaps, and then perfect triangle. And then this line probably comes like that and make big triangle. This is also shows that with the properties you're gonna have luck, and then any cities or any countries you go, you can make business, you can adapt easily. Good adaptation skills you can have, and you can make business with different people, different cities, different countries. And another line here, start like around 27, you will create a new goal for you. You want to do something new. Maybe you know already what is this, and then this line goes straight. There is no difficulties. You're gonna achieve that. Already you success something. Maybe you finish university or something like that in early ages, but later you will have new goal. This is about to start to know what is gonna be. Maybe it's already something in your head. This is very good to have here, and then there is no defect, doesn't break, goes straight. So this is the goal you're gonna achieve. And bracelet line, the second one also with the islands. So that shows that you need to care about what you're eating, maybe, be aware of your allergic reaction and the breathings. This is very important. You have good immune system, but you need to take care anyways. Also in the Ketu Mount, we see these triangles here. You have good soul, good karma, So in this world, you are lucky. And then, of course, there is something here. But when you see big triangles like that, unexpectedly money can come. Or with the lottery, you can have money or business offers. Like this is like unexpected money can come always. And then this is very good. And also very good spiritual talents you can have. Meditation or something like that, anything related to spirituality, you can be there and then you can be good at it. This is Mercury line, starts from here. Early ages, maybe you had some health problems. Later in life, it cross with the lifeline and still doesn't break the lifeline. You will maybe have some health problems when you are 70s, but still you're gonna deal with that. Doesn't gonna make big problems for you. This is also good. And then fish symbol I see on month of moon, that shows that again with abroad settlement or related any business abroad can be good for you. But I don't think you're gonna leave the family business. Of course, if family business good, don't go anywhere. Just try to make your business more international maybe. And when we see the sun line, one sun line comes from month of Venus. That shows that family business always you should take care. That can be good for you to continue with the family business, because Venus and Sun, some talents from family, some business from family, any partnership, always you're gonna have luck with that. When we check the left hand here, fate lines in the right hand is much better than here. You see, we don't see vertical lines here, and then very dim lines goes. And you did very good. You take more responsibility and then you want to do something. When we check this, you care about personal developments. We can see that on sun lines, Mercury lines also better, and also fate line. So everything looks better in the right hand. So that shows that you get a good education and you try to make it everything better. I can see that even the heart line looks better in the right hand than to the left hand. Head line also like that. I see very different in the right hand. That shows that you want to do something different than everybody else does in your family. So you want to make a new path. You want to create new opportunities, or you want to do something different as well. That shows that you did much better than what they give you. Like you are over your potentials, you're doing very good. Like you develop your personal skills and you communication skills, you did better, I think, or some artistic talents you created or you working on it. This kind of things make it better than what you have. And in the left hand, if you see lines are not strong like a right hand, sometimes you think you are still not enough. You can do better. That kind of feelings can give you this, but right hand, this is how you look from outside. How you look from outside is very good. People think you're working hard, you're talented, you're charismatic, and then you're a good-hearted person and warm-hearted. Like these things you give from outside, but when you check the inner world is different than what you are thinking. So you should know more about yourself. Maybe with this analysis, you can understand more. Hopefully gonna be helpful. You're already doing good, but you should also accept you are doing good, inside of your heart or inside your mind. When we look in the left hand, also Yav symbol also a little bit broken here, but right hand, this looks also better. Marriage line also much better in the right hand. So this is what we want. Right hand, active hand also should be always better than left hand. So this is going good for you. And then also the Mercury marriage line, we don't see here even much. Here is more stronger line on the right hand. We can see in this picture especially looks better. Yeah, here, stronger line. Only in the left hand, differently I see one line like this connecting Mercury and Jupiter finger. This is can be money line related to family. Left hand sometimes shows the family. So with the family business, you mean Mercury is related to business and money, and then Jupiter is management and make it bigger. So what you have, you can make it bigger. Your communication skills you can use, or your other any skills can be, and then you can grow them, make it bigger with your management, and then with your ambitions and your work qualities. All these things connects together, and then and on the right hand I see this line a little bit like a shadow, like this little bit. It can be more stronger in future. This line can be more visible. That shows that you also transfer it to the right hand, which is going to be better. So you already have this in the left hand, so I think you can do it. This is about money and wealth. Very good line here to have. And another thing here, from the fate line, some lines goes to the inner Mars. Maybe in your family they lost something on the court, some money, some properties, some businesses, maybe it lost in the past, but it's in the past because this is around, you see, early ages, max 26, 27, last one goes. And this is also shows that you go some school, you learn something, and you don't do that, you do something else, so your talent goes to burning out, so you don't use it anymore, something like that. And sometimes losing money with the family business can be, but right hand I don't see them. Lastly, I didn't mention, I think, when the sun line comes from the heart line like this, one of the sun line, having a low ones around you always can give you good moral. If they are supporting you, that can increase your productivity, and then this is very good to have. And then if people around you, the family or friends, always good to have. Let's say if you didn't have a family business, when I look at the lines here, you might get a government job, for example, or you can teach something, you can learn and teach, this kind of jobs. And then because one line goes here to the Jupiter, this is also work with the good salary, you can have a good job too. But of course, if your family business good, you have also luck with that. You should use the opportunity and grow the business as well. And another thing with the government, sun lines come from Mars Mount. So that shows that with the government, any business with government, still with your business, if you get contracts with the government, that could be good as well. And some parallel lines here we can see. Some breaks that happen, some protection with square. This is not gonna be big problems because you already have fade lines, and this is like another source, double source can be. And another one here separating here, very thin, that could be marriage. Let's say maybe around again like 30 years old. When you're 30, maybe more income sources will be created by you in future, and then this is the double responsibilities and then double income, of course. And another line also starting here when you're like around 35 again. So these lines are very good. Like now, this is before, this is after. When the age grows, you have more responsibilities and more income, more management. You have to manage, you have to deal with and manage many things in future years. We can see that. Of course, there are some stresses, but they are not too much. You can deal with that, and your lifeline quality doesn't change. Your headline quality, heartline quality is very good. They are not gonna be big effect on you. And this stage is like 3 months, 6 months, maximum 1 year. This is around 45. This is like a 58. And early ages, this is 38. And this is like maybe these years front of you, and these are more closer years. We can see the triangle here, very nice. Start with the fade line. This is very good luck, very nice sign here. Like with about money and wealth, 80% very good here. There are some issues a little bit, but it could be fixed with the time. Even the millionaire hands, nothing perfect. So this is good for you. Everything looks good here. Sometimes this fork here can be marriage or sometimes breakup. If earlier than that time period you have something, could be breakup, or this time could be marriage. Double meaning of this fork, also related to business and sources. Sometimes you have marriage, can have a kid, many things can happen when the fork comes this stage. Yes, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you.